Ready.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Kriminal Mosley, and welcome to a new episode of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. This is episode 61, the beginning of the end. That's right, this is the 8th season, and this is also my final season of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. I didn't think I would make it this far. I really didn't think I would make it this far into my show, but since 2007, I always started to doubt myself sometimes. I mean, after the second season, I thought I wasn't going to do any more, because I didn't know if anybody was watching. Turns out, I was wrong. A lot of people tuned into my shows month after month, year after year. And people have always been wanting more. And then, as I got older, I started to ask myself, how much farther can I go? How much more can I do for my show to make it one of the biggest things ever? So, I tried everything. I tried Ask Criminal, which is now part of the YouTube channel. I've tried movie reviews, video game reviews. I've tried surprises here and there. I've done bloopers. I've done sketches. I've even brought my counterpart, my alter ego. I actually even brought him into the shows, and that made things more interesting. I've even done ranting. I've done video games. I've ranted on video games. I did top things that people would say or any scenario. I've had birthday episodes. I've had WrestleMania moments. Anything you could think of, I just threw in there. So I think I've tried everything. Sad to say, I've tried things that other people have done, which I'll admit, it's not easy. It really isn't easy to do something that somebody's already done and made it more popular than what you've tried. So I took it upon myself to say, hey, you know what? If they could do it, so can I. Who knows? I might get noticed, and I might get fans. I might get a spot on TV somewhere. I might have myself my 15 minutes of fame. Well, sad to say, as much as I've progressed over the years, it hasn't really happened the way I foreseen it. So, again, I asked myself, what more can I do? I'm 30 years old, guys, going on 31 in May. There's not much more I can do for this show. And everybody's always telling me, don't stop with the show. You got a whole bunch of other stuff you could do. I know you got it in you. You're right. There is a lot in me. There's a lot I can do. And it's because of this show that all of my other projects have gone solo, basically. The Ask Criminal shows I'm doing on YouTube, I do those every year. Criminals Lost episodes, I do those. Criminals, the Crim Quickies, I've done those. Crim Show Game Night is probably one of my biggest achievements on YouTube right now, because the Crim Show Game Nights are always fun. It gives me a chance to be myself. It gives me a chance to really have fun with something that I love. And it gives you guys a reason to laugh and reason to enjoy it and come back for more. Like I said, I'm doing things that other people are already doing today. I'm just joining the flock, basically. I'm just grabbing on. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to see how far I can go. And I've done all this on my own. All of this has been done on my own. And it's never easy to do all the things that I have done over the years. It's not easy. But I sit there each and every day and tell myself, you know what? Whatever I decide to do, I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to stop me. I have that much motivation in myself to do my shows and do them well. Who cares if it's not as good as Game Grumps or Dash EXP or My Way Entertainment, just to name a few, a few solid few. Hell, I can't even be as good as Scooter Magruder. But, I work with what I got. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of time, but I work with the time that I get. I work with all the planning. I do all the backstage work. I do all of the writing, all the ideas. I put it all on paper. But when it comes down to it, you realize you got to have a lot of time to do this stuff. A lot of time that I used more for this show than I did other shows. Or if you guys haven't noticed that. You realize that most of my Criminals Deep Thoughts episodes usually run for about like 30, 40 minutes. Let's be real, you guys. Are you going to sit and watch a video for 30, 40 minutes out of your day? Granted, I try to make it fun. I try to do things to make people interested and try to get them to come back. But on the whole, I could sit and watch my own shows for 30, 40 minutes because they're my shows. But at the same time, you think about it, it's like, wow, man, that's a lot of time put into these episodes. After that's done, then what do? You wait for another month. Which is why I've been doing my shows once a month for the past 7 seasons. But now going into my 8th, I realized that I'm going to be 31 in May. I can't do this forever. Honestly, nobody can do anything they love forever. And with life always changing, and with certain events or moments in your life that are going to change everything, you got to sit back and say to yourself, there are certain things you just can't do anymore. This show is one of them. Okay? If you guys haven't heard, known, or seen, I got my own family now. I got my own family that I am more than proud of, happy to be a part of. And, I spend time with them. I spend more time with my family now than I do with, projects and things of that nature, which is fine. It's perfectly fine, guys. It's called having a life. I bet you a lot of you guys out there have your lives, have your families that you take care of. You all go out and enjoy your time with your family. That I'm not saying anything wrong is anything wrong with that because there isn't. You know, I came in here with all of my hobbies, all of my shows and projects and things of that nature. And then once I got really into the feeling that I have a family that I'm going to, you know, be a part of and help make better, certain things got to be, can't do it all the time. So, like all families and like all relationships should be doing, compromise. You know, I'm more than happy to spend time with my family, but I still get to have a little time to do my recording and all my shows and things of that nature, which is perfectly fine. I am okay with it. They have more support for me doing my shows than I could even imagine. I mean, it's not like they're telling me to stop doing all this stuff. Because no, that's not gonna do that. Because why would I stop? All they're doing is just giving me the love and support that I need to continue doing my work. And even if this show is ending, I still have bigger projects that are out there that I'm doing each and every week. As a matter of fact, if you guys haven't noticed, but I started a podcast not too long ago, and I'm in my 31st episode that I did last week, my 31st episode. So 32 is coming very soon. I try to get them done on Wednesdays if the time permits or if I have the day off, I get them done on Wednesdays. If I can't do them, I do them a day earlier, but you guys get the idea. Anyway, it's just the way it is. So this show right here really set the tone and really paved the way for all of my other projects that came along for the ride. And I got to a certain point where I told myself, you know what? Let's see if I can take this particular portion of the episode and see how it does on its own. Ask Criminal's booming. Crim Show Game Nights booming. Crim Show period is booming. What else? Lost episodes? Not as much, but it's going to make a comeback. All of these episodes, all of these segments that I've done started from here. Started from this show. And I don't regret a bit of it. Not at all. So I'm happy that I got to this point. Now, the one thing that I haven't really been happy about lately is the fact that I love how people want to give me ideas for my shows. And quite frankly, don't stop ever giving me ideas for my shows because I will use them eventually down the line. I'm not going to use them the next day. I'm not going to use them right away. But just, throw ideas my way. I'm not going to turn you away from them. But on the flip side, there are some people out there that want to take what I'm more comfortable with on my shows and try to just completely change it to a whole different plateau or a whole different area that I'm not suitable of, trying at all. I've done certain things and I've done certain stunts that I'm not quite proud of as I look back on it, but it's just the way it is. I'm not gonna change who I am on my show just to make one person happy. I'm not gonna do that. That's bogus. Why would I do that? I take ideas and I take criticism very well. Okay? If you say that I'm not doing something right on my show, let me know. If you say I'm projecting too much, let me know. If you say that, hey, I got an idea for your show, maybe you should try this segment or try throwing this in there, throw it my way. Here's the thing, though. All the ideas that I've gotten over the years, I haven't been able to use. And for that, I apologize to all those people who gave me great ideas. But the one idea that really sparked my interest was the fact that this show had to end at some point. I really had to sit down and think about it and say to myself, show's going on for a long time. 60 episodes have come and gone. How many more can I do? 5. I've got 5 episodes left in me. This one is the first. So the reason why I called it the beginning of the end is self-explanatory. I'm on the final leg of Criminal's Deep Thoughts, and I don't regret making that decision at all. I'm proud of the progress I've made over the years. I'm happy with all the results. I laugh at it. I laugh at all of my shows, and people still enjoy my old episodes to this day. And just for people to watch my former shows and watch all the stuff that I said or watch how I reacted, I tried to animate it, just try to move my hands and animate it all the time and just try to have a good time and have fun. That's all the show was about. Just having fun, being serious when needed to, but also just have a few laughs, have fun. I've had people on the show. I've had my friends. I've had guests. I've had crazy moments that I'll never forget. But at the same time, it's like, this is the point where decisions had to be made, and it's time for a change. Now, my Crim Show podcast is actually getting some huge views over the past few weeks. As a matter of fact, my podcast is averaging, get this, over 2,500 views a week. That's a week average. 2,500. You know what that's doing for my podcast popularity here? I'm actually ranked on iTunes in the Society and Culture page. The last time I checked it, I was down. I was ranked 430th. After last week's episode, I am now ranked, you ready for this? I am now ranked 361. I am inside the top 400. I'm working my way up. And with all the March Madness and all the basketball and sports going on, people are going to listen now. They're really going to be interested in hearing what I have to say, which is plain and simple. That's all I want to do. I want people to be interested, and have a good time and have a few laughs. I'm getting comments. I'm getting reviews on my iTunes page, which is amazing, which I've never gotten before. So it's always about learning new things. It's about taking shows and making them better. And if it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't have any of this. So for me to end this show this year, to make way for bigger, better things, and better episodes, better ideas, more motivation, it's probably the best idea I've had. Bar none. And I will take that with me forever. The show may be going away soon, but all of my memories, all of my moments will be captured forever. They're on video. They're saved. They are locked in. You guys want DVDs of my season? Hell, I'll burn them for you. Seriously, I will burn them for you. Kind of cost you, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna do this for free. You want my episodes, you're gonna have to pay a little bit. I'll make it reasonable, trust me, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and charge you like $80, $90 for a whole season. It's only 10 seasons in 10 episodes a season, guys. Come on. It ain't gonna be that much, I promise you. It won't be that much. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Like I said, guys, I'm at the last leg right now. This is it. So the rest of the episodes of Criminal Deep Thoughts are going to be like this. Basically just sitting here and just give you guys my thoughts, my views on just the history of the show. The next episode, I promise you guys, I'll get into a couple things, but I'm going to end all my episodes just like this. I'm going to give you guys one of my favorite moments from the series itself. So here's one I picked. One of my favorite moments from Criminal's Deep Thoughts has to be, it's got to be the very first episode where I started. Number one, I didn't know what I was doing. I was in a room. My bedroom had nothing on the wall. It was just naked. I didn't have anything in the room. And I shot the entire show sitting on the floor with the computer just angled up at my head. So you couldn't really see much. The very first topic I talked about was the Madden curse, which I'll never forget that. And people still talk about that with me on a daily basis. They're like, dude, I remember when you did that Madden curse episode. And I was like, well, that was like, what, 7 years ago? The only thing I've changed is the fact that my beard's finally grown in, and I'm starting to lose a little bit up here, guys. I'm telling you, that's a sign of getting older. Be ready for it. But my first episode was probably one of my favorite moments because it shows that not only was I able to do it, but I wasn't scared. You know, I had all the confidence in the world to say to myself, let's get this show done. I want to try it. Let's see where it goes, see if people liked it, and we'll go from there. The other reason why I say that the first episode is one of my favorites is because I dedicated that show to my grandmother, who had passed away before, I was able to bring the episode. And I actually wanted to show my grandmother because she, like my family, has been nothing short of pure inspiration. It was always my mother, my grandmother. They always told me to take my talents and use them to the highest level. I was always told that I was blessed with God-given talent. The only problem was I didn't know how to use it correctly. Ever since my grandmother passed, I was always told that, you got to do this. You got to make yourself known and do what you want to do best. You find something you like, you stick with it. It's basically what my family taught me. So the first episode I dedicated to her just to show everybody that, I wanted to do something to make her proud. And I wanted to, show my family that I could make them proud as well. To this very day, I still think of every time I do my episodes, I think of my grandmother. Every episode that I've ever done, I think of my grandmother because if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have done any of this today. So that's one of my favorite moments from Criminal's Deep Thoughts. I'm going to end the show just like that. Until next month, guys, be on the lookout for a whole lineup of great new shows from Crib Show Game Night, from the podcast episodes, the Lost episodes. Keep watching and keep looking out for more episodes because they will be coming. And I will be right back here next month to continue the final run of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. I am Antoine Criminal Mosley, your humble host, naturally. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you later. Until then, the champ is gone. Peace.